Okay, artist, there's a couple things I'm going to show you. This is your practice paper. I've sketched this out. We've already done our practice sketching. We've done the game. This is what your canvas looks like. I have a scrap one that has a mark on it. I'm going to paint over it, so it's no big deal. Your name should be on the back of the canvas, written in pencil or pen up here. Don't write on this because it's very delicate and it could break or you can mess it up. So what I want to show you is it's the same size. I planned it out. Now I've got steps. I'm going to put it on my Google slide. I'm going to go through it real quick. You're going to practice 11 by 14 paper. Draw a basic layout. If you've practiced hearts and you're still not good at it, look at this. I have a stencil. You can use my stencil. I just redrew my heart. I want you to have at least one big heart on your canvas. You're going to use a mechanical pencil. The other pencils smear. You're going to choose, you have 6 colors that you're going to use. These are acrylic and they're fluorescent. They're bright, bold colors, which is awesome. They're old colors, the old caps, so that R is actually a pink. So when you're writing the letters of what you want your practice, your plan, okay, you want to make sure that the colors are not touching. And remember, we do not draw the extra detail of the patterns on there. We keep it basic and simple. So I've got this drawn on here. Sorry, there's one of my timers. And this B is for blue, okay? And what I've done, and you can decide how you want to do it on mine, I'm going to have all my warm colors in the center be my heart, which would be on the left side for my color palette. And then everything around my heart is going to be the cool colors. Now, if you look at this, I have nice big shapes that I'm painting. It'll make it easier and quicker. I would suggest this. Do not have a bunch of little sections because you're going to have to paint every single little section. Now, this is an example that I'll have printed out one per table to show you his artwork. After you have, basic simple colors, and I was looking at, this isn't in color, I wish it was. It's pretty basic. Like this, he kept white. This was white. This was light blue. That was light blue. Keep it basic and simple. And then you go back in after it's painted and you use the Sharpays that I'm going to give you, paintable Sharpays that we have, to add the detail. So then this would be pink. This would be orange. This would be yellow. This whole section is purple, this whole section is green, this whole section is blue. And when you paint, remember I've told you this before, you're going to outline it with your Miss Paula. It's going to be drawn lightly with the pencil, okay? Outline this whole section would be purple, okay? And you can put a V. I should have put a V for violet if you want to do that. That way you understand that, wait a minute, that's P and that's P. I just saw that. So you would outline it and then you would paint it in quickly with the flat brush. Also put your class code, so put whose 4th grade class that you're in on the back so we know. And then you just take your sample, use your stencil if you need to. I'm going to draw the same thing on here. That was all I would do with my pencil, and then I'm ready to paint. You are not going to go in and label this. Remember, not going to go in and use any paintbrush that you want that's on the side counter. This is a round brush, this is a flat brush, and I'm going to start painting, and you'll be sharing with you. Just painting the center and doing your heart first so your hand isn't sitting on top of wet paint. This is going to be pink. This is my pink. This paint is a little thick. Remember, you only want to dip the tip and outline. Put your hand very gently on this. I'm going to outline with a round brush. It's easier to control. Go right up against that pencil line there, and then I will get a bigger brush that I can fill it in with if I want to. Should be easier to paint now that it's outlined. Your brush strokes to be nice and smooth. Be careful when you're painting with the next color that you don't smear it. I'm also going in and smoothing out these lines to make it look more smooth. And then I would clean my brush and do the next artist, and then I'm going to fast forward this so you can get through this and start painting. When you do clean your brush, make sure you're cleaning in the number 8 at the bottom. Okay? When you're also cleaning your brush, make sure that you're not tapping because you'll make a mess. And just lightly, and it's all clean. Check it, and then you can dry it, reshape it. And they always go up in the cup or on your tray, depending on what we're doing today. So I've still got a lot of paint. Keep doing the 8. If you need clean water, artist, you have my permission to get up and always get up and get it. Fill it half full. Now my brush is clean. There you go. I'm going to give you some advice. If this is still wet, like, you know, I'm an experienced painter. I've been painting for a long time. I had to very carefully go around that other edge. Otherwise, it's going to bleed and get it mixed in. This yellow is still wet. So I'm going to do this color first. And remember, you can refer back to your sheet. This is going to be green. Now, this is still a little wet. Like I said, you're going to have to be very careful. I really don't think you're going to need 2 coats because we're going to be doing the detail on top. But we'll see how it goes. You're grabbing the brushes. When you're painting a canvas, it's always a good idea to make sure that Miss Paula is clean before you start using her. This brush was actually dirty. And then I've got it outlined, and now I'm going to use this flat one, which will go quicker. Using messy mat, that way you can paint all the way around on the edge if you want to and not get your table dirty. Make sure you're going over your brush strokes to make it look nice and neat. Make sure they're all going the same direction, meaning you don't want to have this on your canvas. Okay, see how sloppy that looks? Come back over and smooth it over. Use a smaller brush if you need to, but I like to for a big area. Use the big Miss Paula. So I'm going to show you, if you look really close here, I've got some thick paint that's right along the edges. Be careful when you're painting, artists, that you don't smear this. If you need to, and also be careful of your fingers if they're dirty with paint that you want to clean them, okay? So I've got one more color left. It's violet. There was one more thing I was going to tell you, and I can't remember, so I went back over and I evened out my strokes. I think 1 coat's going to be enough because you're going to see what we're going to do because of time. I want to be able to get through what I was going to tell you. If you want to, if you don't feel comfortable and you can't get up close enough, or if it's still wet, leave a little bit of space because you're going to actually go over that with a marker, or you can get it right up to it. If you get right up to it, you might blend it. See if you can watch me where I hold my pinky and I guide my pinky. See it right there? Where it's gently resting on the canvas. Make sure you're not on wet paint. Just help steady your hand, artist. Tips that I want to show you, artists. When I brushed on the side, see how the brush strokes are messed up here? While it's still wet, come back in and very gently make sure that you don't go over that other paint, meaning your heart. Okay, and you want to fix these lines. If, like I said, you think it needs another coat, you can. I'm going to let this dry and see what it looks like when I come back tomorrow.